make it uncomfortable for touching. I want to touch.
Feeling that Christmas feel?
Yeah, hello team. My name is Monique. Welcome back to the Cauldron, and it's a new week. It's a new dawn of the day, which means it's a new reading vlog. In case you weren't aware, this is Bookwitch Reviews, my channel where I review books and live through vlogs because I need applause to live. Like a fairy or witch. Witches be like, what do witches live on? Coffee. Anywho, it's a new week. It's Monday. Happy Monday. I thought I would give you guys a reading update. I started reading The Girl Who Speaks Bear yesterday by Sophie Anderson, which is on my Believer-thon TBR. Don't think I'm going to finish it because, you know, it's the 30th of November. I have officially accepted the fact that I have lost NaNoWriMo. It's okay. I still wrote 35,000 words that I wouldn't have otherwise. And yeah, so excited about that. But The Girl Who Speaks Bear is a middle grade novel. It follows a young girl who was left as a baby in a bear cave, and she was sort of fostered in this small village, and she's always wondered why she is so much bigger and so much stronger than everyone else. It has little illustrations in between. It's a really fast, cute little read, and basically Yanka, as her name is, sets out to find out where she actually came from, and it's just wonderful and atmospheric and very cute and sort of inspired by Slavic folklore, and I really love it. It's really adorable. I also got some book mail yesterday. I got some book mail. Most of this is because I won a giveaway on Instagram for a $50 Amazon gift card, which is roughly £37. And so I got some books, and we are going to open them. I also bought some extra because I wanted to. I had a need. So I decided to finally break and buy some of the books that I have read in an art back in the day, and now I would really like to have it. So this is the third book in the Chorus of Dragons trilogy, which I adore. This is The Memory of Souls by Jenn, Lyons, which you may know destroyed me because there's a fourth book and I thought it was a trilogy. I'm very excited about it. The Chorus of Dragons is a adult fantasy series following Kieran, who is a young bard's adopted son who very suddenly sort of gets dragged into his birthright, which includes some not so nice people. Also, there's a world-ending prophecy and he may be a part of it. So this is Lobizona by Romina Garber, which I've heard amazing and weird things about, and I believe, oh, look at these stunning maps on the inside. And basically I believe it is about an undocumented immigrant from Argentina who finds out that she may or may not be from a different universe, and there might be something about wolf shifters and possibly some queer stuff. I'm very excited. Just look at this cover. It's just so beautiful. And yes, I have talked about getting it for so long, and I don't like these matte covers. They make it uncomfortable for touching. I want to touch the big box of the first little book. This is House of Dragons by Jessica Cluess. Is it Cluess? Cluess. I did this in the hype video as well. This is a multi-POV perspective, I believe, about a sort of competition about who wins the throne. There may or may not be dragons. I also heard there's queer things in it. There may also be like animal death, which I believe is why it's gotten some bad juju. But I've heard really good things, so I am very excited about reading it. Also because it literally has dragons in the title, and we know I'm a sucker. This is Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty, which is the last and final book in the Kingdom of Copper trilogy, which is a fantasy series inspired by sort of like Jinns and 1001 Nights. The first book, The City of Brass, we follow Nirim, who is sort of like a grifter in Cairo, who very accidentally sort of summons a jinn who takes her back to the city of Brass, which is the homestead of the jinn, and she sort of gets drawn into all these courtly politics. It is an incredibly beautiful series and a stunning conclusion to it, and I highly would recommend it. I had an arc of this, and this is just me slowly getting the hardcovers. I will never find the UK hardcover, but I will live with the fact that I just have it in paperback. My final little sneak. This is Beyond the Ruby Whale by Mara Fitzgerald, which is a queer, like, dark fantasy where a young woman is hiding her magic power in this city where these blood magicians, in a way, are the only ones who can create water, and she sort of may or may not accidentally kill the only living sort of blood magician, and stuff ensues. And I've heard there's something weird about eyes in here. It's very small, but I am very excited about reading it. Oh, that's a nice gray. Oh, what a nice red. But yeah, that is my my miniature haul. Ow. You can see I won a giveaway. I got some books. I also did a click and collect at Waterstones because I was missing an edition and I really wanted to read it. And it's this one. This is The Betrayels by Bridget Collins, which is a, I don't know if it's quite a dark academia book, but basically in it we follow a young man who returns to his like alma mater in disgrace, and this academy is very prestigious. It's, I think, a little bit magical maybe, and he returns sort of there to take part in these games that are held once a year, where I think the status of each of these students is like decided, and he finds much has changed, including the fact that there is a woman on the council, and he feels very connected to this woman. So we are following each of these characters, and apparently they have some secrets that they don't want the other one to know about. But it's absolutely stunning. On the outside, look at these end papers, and on the inside, look at this stunning foiling. I'm deeply in love. Bridget Collins also wrote The Binding, which I read last year, which is a very stunning sort of fiction literature novel. I really should look up my actual like subgenres because I don't know. I actually ordered this originally from Goldsboro, where they have like the very snazzy edges, but it just wasn't sent for ages, and now I finally picked this up from Waterstones, and now they've said they sent it, so I may or may not end up with 2 of them. Hello team, it is Wednesday. I had a very nice day off yesterday. I did some filming, I did some reading, so that means that I actually finished The Girl Who Speaks Bear by Sophie Anderson, and I really enjoyed it. Ended up giving it 3.5 stars, so this was my last middle grade sort of for Believer-thon, which I absolutely failed to do, but it's okay, still enjoyed it. So yes, this was just wonderfully whimsical and sweet and about family and love, and we had some characters sort of come back from the house with the chicken legs. Well, not quite, but some of the same magic is in this book, which I really adored because I absolutely love the house with chicken legs. So yes, really enjoyed this, and that was then like basically my last book from my November TBR. So we finished that, and then last night I started my first book on my December TBR, which is technically a book that was also on my November one, and that is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, which is an adult fantasy, and it starts intensely with a young boy getting his eyes sewn shut. But the world building is already really cool, if a little bit confusing, so I'm very excited about this one. This is a, as I mentioned, an adult fantasy that follows a young ship captain who has this special kind of magic called her song. So she's like
magical powers over water, but I believe she's an outcast. And we are also following a young man who is blind and may or may not have something to do with the end of the world, which may or may not be coming. This is set in a fantasy world inspired by, I believe, like pre-Columbian history. Feels a little bit like Mayan culture, maybe. I might be lying. I'm very excited about reading it. Other than that, don't have a whole lot going on. My girlfriend is really, really cute and has bought me like a tiny Christmas tree for my office. So it's adorable. And I'm gonna decorate it later. So, feeling that Christmas feel. It's the 2nd of December. We have 1 month left of 2020. Thank God. It is Thursday and I don't really have a reading update. I did get my other copy of The Betrayels, which I'm going to show you tomorrow, but I haven't really read anything else on Black Sun, even though I'm gonna, but now I'm distracted once again by Frozen. And then my girlfriend got me a little Christmas tree, which is adorable, so I am going to decorate it and you can see me do it. Sunday and I have been really bad at doing updates this week, but you know, this is just how it is. This is how it's gonna go. Partly because I didn't do a lot of reading in the week, but I did do some reading during my volunteering shift yesterday, which was back on because the shops have opened again in the UK. Not allowed to do a whole lot other than vaguely go into shops, but you know, yes. So I also got some books to show you, but I thought I'd do a quick little reading update first on Black Sun. I am about 2/3 of the way through and it is so good. We follow around 4 different main characters and I adore like 2 of them like so much. There is so much queer rep in here. One of our main characters is bi. We have gender non-binary characters who goes by Z and Seer, and then we just met, I believe, a trans character, and I'm just like, this is so good. And it all of a sudden went really fast. The beginning is a little bit slow and a bit confusing, and then I sort of like, you sort of get it slowly. You definitely need these maps in the back though, because we are all over the place. But very, very, very excited about reading this, and very, very, very excited about more from this series and reading more from this author as well. So hoping that I can like finish this like today-ish, tomorrow. That's the like plan, so that I can move on with my TBR. We also went out today because my girlfriend is finally allowed outside again, to look at some Christmassy stuff. We actually went to a lot of garden centers because we were looking for another sort of like long garland wreath-ish thing that we can put in our hallway. I can't find it, which is really annoying because we got a really, really good one last year and they don't sell them, so I'm really annoyed about it. But yes, let me show you what I got from the bookshop. So first off, I found 2 books in the Poison Study series by Maria Snyder, which is one of my favorite YA like classic fantasies. In it, we follow Yelena, who is a young orphan who becomes like the poison taster for this king. And then all hell breaks loose. It's so good. I love it so much. This is the 2nd and 3rd book. I don't have the 1st book in like paperback. I used to, I believe. Otherwise, I actually have all of Maria Snyder's book in ebook. But I did find a copy of The Shadow of the Wind by Ruiz, which is a book that a lot of booktubers have talked about. I believe it's sort of like a secret library society, and it is a young boy who gets taken to this very fancy library by his dad when he is very young, and he gets to pick one book, and so he picks this book called The Shadow of the Wind, and as he gets older he tries to find out more about this book and this author, and sort of gets drawn into this weird society and finds out that everyone who has been in contact with this book has like died. I think I might be wrong on that, but I've heard amazing things about it, and I'm very excited about getting around to reading it sometime next year, because it will definitely not be this year. So yeah, that is like that. I also went and got some cute little Christmas ornaments for the snug, so I'm going to Christmasify the flat, but we also went and got me some more little green babies for the library room slash the office slash the snug, the cauldron, which is what I call it on here. So we got this little baby who I'm still debating their name. They are a like string of hearts plant, which I believe is called a Superior something. I don't know how to say things, but it's super cute. It has little hearts, and I do like trailing babies. I will at one point have my Ivy living again. He's having a much better time about life now, but he did get very like dead. And then I have this little cute green one. This is Donovan. I love him. And I saw him and I had to have him because he's cute. So he's going in here as well. So yes, Plant Mom Monique. So those are the updates. I think I'm just going to extend this reading vlog till tomorrow, and then I'll hopefully have like an ending for you there. But now I am going to put Christmas things up because I feel like in the Christmas mood. Look at my cute Christmas jumper. Me and the girlfriend have the same one because that is who I have become. It's Monday. Welcome back in the cauldron, which I have Christmasified with little baubles. There are cute things. It brings me a lot of joy. It is not quite how I want it to look, but I'm debating getting lights. Also, part of me wants tinsel, but I don't like tinsel, so I'm like, But anyway, I do love them. I'm enjoying my shelves immensely, so I hope you are too. And anyway, I have a reading update. I finished Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, which was number 13 on my TBR as an adult fantasy, and this was just an amazing book. I'm still mulling over the rating, but I think it might come out as a 5-star, at least a 4.5. Rebecca Roanhorse writes incredibly intricate worlds. We in the end follow 4 different perspectives. I especially love Ciala, who is a teak, and it's just, I love them. We have all different like representation in here. It's wonderful. As I've mentioned before, it is a book inspired by pre-Columbian cultures in the Americas, and it's just super interesting. And I obviously especially love the amount of crows in this book, the emphasis on crows and crow family structure, which I find super duper interesting. And crows are one of my favorite animals because they're just funky and intelligent and funny, and I love them. And this is the first book in the Between Earth and Sky series. I'm hoping for many, many, many books, but this is the first one. I really think you should read it. It was so good. I just like, it started off slow. I'm guessing because you had to get into the world sort of like it normally is with adult fantasy. Like there is a ton of like world building in there, and I really, really, really love this, and I really want more people to read it. So yeah, that was my read for this week. I don't think I read anything else. I think I started this and then I've done other things. So I hope you enjoyed the b-roll. If you did enjoy this vlog, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button at the same time so you don't miss out on any other videos from me, of which there are many. I post regularly, at least Monday and Wednesday, sometimes also Friday and Sunday. You know how it goes. I get very into making videos and then they're all over the place, so I sort of forget and you get like 2. But I hope you enjoyed this. Remember that I'm proud of you. You're doing great. Let me know in the comments what you are reading right now, and I'll see you really soon with another video. Bye. Vocal Cohen, I am correct. I remember shit.